What's up, guys? I'm here. Here I am. How are you? We're live now. We're starting a couple minutes early, but for those of you who are here early, let me know where you're from. Say hi in the chat. I'm just going to bring it up here on my computer so I can read your comments a little better. And then we'll get started with some of your questions that you guys gave me on the channel. There it is. I'll get ready with some of the questions you guys gave me on the community post and also the questions you have here. Hey guys, how are you? Let's see who's in the chat today. What's up, Charlie? How you doing? Hi, mate. How are you? What's up, Umar? Oh, it's moving too fast. Need to bring it up here on the computer. All right, we got Gamer One in the house. Jamal from it's like I said, Boston. Like it moved too fast. Um, okay, we're getting. We got a lot of you guys. Nepal. We got someone from Nepal here. Hey, what's up, Kyle? How you doing, man? Wow, we got a lot of people in chat right now. What's up, guys? Glad to see you. Keep saying hi in the chat. Tell me where you're from. We got Billy D from Australia. We got Albania. Sorry, your name went up too fast, so I couldn't see it. We got Ali Santos from Portugal. Let's see what else. Who we got in here? Yo, what's up? I see New Jersey, India, Carolina, North Carolina. Um, Alexis from Argentina. All right, guys. What is up? Wow, we got a lot of people. We got a lot of people. The chat is moving faster than I can keep up with it, which is going to make asking questions. Stevenage, which is, I believe is in England. We got Netherlands. All right, guys. Philippines, Glasgow, Scotland. Always nice to see someone from Scotland in here. Singapore, South Africa, Iceland, Sweden. Clifton from Ireland. Yes, Liverpool. I'm a Liverpool supporter. Puerto Rico, India. All right, guys, welcome to the live stream. So for those of you who have not been to one of these before, essentially we're just gonna have you ask me questions live. We're gonna hang out. We're gonna talk football for usually like 30 minutes or so, or a little more. I have some of your questions that you asked me on the community tab a few days ago, so I'll get through some of those as well. So really, this is your chance to ask me any questions, anything about your game. Oh, we got someone from Liverpool, England. Perfect. Now we can get started. What's up, mate? Let's see. What do you think about Fabinho, by the way? I'm pumped to have finally a solid center defensive mid, or at least someone who plays there mainly. Although Henderson, to be fair, has done a good job there. But let's see who we have in the comments here. Someone from South Africa. All right, guys. So yeah, like I'm saying, I'm going to take your questions from the chat we have here. I'm going to take your questions from the community chat. So I think we'll start on the community chat one. We can talk World Cup. We can talk, we can talk whatever. We can talk some soccer tips. I did watch the England versus Nigeria game. England was fantastic in the first half, not so great in the second half. But that's typical England. So actually, typical England is to kind of not be great the whole time. But it was nice to have a half where they were exciting. And by the way, Harry Kane's goal that he scored was exactly the technique I showed you guys in my latest video on how to shoot towards the near post. So if you want to learn how Harry Kane scored his goal against Nigeria, take a look at that video. He does it all the time to score goals. It's such a great, simple technique. So take a look at it, please. Anyway, let us get a question from the community tab, and then we will get a question from you guys that are asking me many questions there in the chat. Let's see what we have here. Okay, I gotta find one. I am very not prepared right now. I might have to take a question from the chat just because I don't see too many here. How to score more goals as a winger? I think I've already answered that a few times. So if I get time to get to that one, we'll go for it. How can you gain strength in football? For all of you who are looking to gain more strength, I mean, there's 1,000,001 exercises you can do and workout routines you can do that you can find online. But also realize, because a lot of people tell me, like, what if I'm small? What if I'm short? How can I improve my strength? How can I prevent myself getting pushed off the ball? Well, you don't need to be huge in order to protect the ball. How old was I when I started football? I was like 2 or 3. I mean, if you mean like my first team, I think I was like 5 or 6. But I was kicking a ball around since I was very young. But getting back to the question, even if you're small, you don't need to be tall, you don't need to be huge in order to have strength and on the ball. It really comes about putting your body in between the man and the ball. I mean, you look at someone like Messi or Raheem Sterling or Sergio Aguero. You look at more of the shorter players, and they protect the ball just fine. So there's plenty of exercises. I believe Become Elite just released a program that's specifically about football physique. So take a look at that. I haven't taken a look at it, but knowing him is going to be a really, really good product. So there's one avenue. Someone just asked me a question in the chat. I want to find again. Let me see. So how important is physique in the modern game? Thomas is asking that. So there you go. It's very important. In the modern game, there's so much emphasis on fitness. There's so much emphasis on nutrition and diet. There's so much emphasis on physique. Now, physique itself is kind of like, isn't as important as your actual, not every player has an incredible looking physique, but you need to be fit. You need to be strong. You need to train yourself in a way that doesn't allow for injuries. How to Travella, I'm actually going to do a video on that. Hey, Brandon. I'm Dave, mate, unless you're talking to someone in the chat. We will be doing one on Travella, though. But yeah, your physique is very important in the sense of your strength is important, your speed. All of your physical attributes are more and more important in the modern game, so you need to be working on those things, but don't let that be your only focus. You have to also make sure you're a good footballer. You can't just be someone who's got really good physicals and can't kick a ball properly or can't control a ball or anything like that. So let's just remember that in football you need to be a good footballer. You can't just be big. You can't just be strong. You could be the most fit, the most, I don't know, amazing physical specimen on the planet, but that doesn't mean you're going to be a good footballer. However, in this day and age, you also need to be very physically fit. So yeah, it is very, very important. I got to find this question I saw that I really, really liked. Okay, because I'm getting a ton of questions right now. Yeah, Anish, I will call your name. How are you doing? I hope I'm saying your name right. If I butcher your name, sorry. Can you do a video on how to emulate Rashford? Well, I can do a video that includes Rashford. So if we do like a 5... Actually, I wanted to ask you guys, I want to do some more like info, like fun videos, kind of like, lists of players. Like I was going to do a video like the 5 most underrated players going to the World Cup. Things like this. Do you guys want some videos like this? Of course, we will keep doing the tutorials. We will keep doing the regular videos, but I want to start making some more videos like that, like, top 5 blah, blah, blah players, or, top 5 underrated Premier League players, top 5 players that are played who got relegated. I don't know, things like that. So I see a lot of yeses, so I may start making some videos like this. They won't be replacing anything. They'll just be in addition to other kind of videos. I want to make them because I like those kind of videos. I watch them myself, so I think it would be fun to make some. And so that might be something I might be doing. It will be like the 5 strikers to emulate series, except it'll be titled something different, but it will be something like that. Okay. Whoa. Okay. That is whoa, holy crap, guys! I got a lot of questions coming in. Hold on, I got to scroll up here. Holy crap! How many guys? We got 157 people right now. That's awesome, guys. I'm moving somewhere where there aren't any clubs around. What should I do? Well, first, what do you mean? Like no clubs whatsoever? Or what do you mean by that? Are you saying there's absolutely no clubs? I mean, honestly, I'm always a big advocate for do the most with what you can. So if there aren't any teams around you, even if there's a poor team around you, get on that team. If you're by yourself, do as much individual training as you can. Like again, you will improve your individual game much more through your own discipline, through your own training, much more than you will in a team environment. Yes, you need to play in a team environment, and there are things you have to do in that environment to become a better player, but your own individual growth is going to improve more over time the more you work on yourself individually. So no, even if you don't have a team around you, you can improve if you discipline yourself and all that. So make sure you're doing as much individual training as you can. Make sure you're doing as much as you can, and then when you have the opportunity to join a good team, you'll be ready. Okay, let's see what else we got here. All right, guys, what else we got here? Bro, my skill moves don't work. Keep working on them, man. it's just like anything. You have to keep working on them. Take a look at some skill tutorials. Look up some of my videos. Look at some of Will John's videos. Look up some of Become Elite's videos. Progressive Soccer. All these different skill videos, mate, that you can look up. And you know, it's not just about learning the technique or knowing how to do it. You got to go out there and practice it over and over again. You got to do it in a game situation. You got to do it in an actual environment that you're going to be doing it in matches. And what I mean by that is you can't just do it by yourself. You know, if you have a friend who plays, get him to actually defend you while you try your skill moves. Do one-on-one drills with a teammate that's actually good, because the fact of the matter is you can go out there and practice your step overs as much as you can, and that will help you get better. But if you're not used to doing it in an environment where everything's really fast, where you have to be, you know, you have to react, you know, you're not going to become as good as you want to become. So you have to do it in those real match-like situations, and the best way to do that is to replicate that in your training. So again, one thing I used to do when I was in high school is I had like 3, 4, 5 friends that we'd go after school every single day. Even after training, we'd go to a local pitch and we would do like 3v3 or 2v2 or 3v1, things like this, and it helped all of us with our 1v1s, our dribbling, with all of it. So that's one way to improve your skills. Put yourself in situations that you'll find yourself in matches. Practice in very limited space, things like this, okay? And that would be, someone just asked about deliberate practice. That would be kind of an example of that. All right, let's see what else we got. In October, can you review one of my games? Actually, mate, there is something I'm going to be doing where I'm going to give you guys the options to analyze your matches, where you send me footage and I will make a video analyzing it. Now, this will be a part of a thing I'm doing for my channel, a sponsorship thing. So I will be asking, or I will be explaining more about that today. So actually look out, there will be a video on the channel explaining that today. And it's going to give some of you access to me analyzing your matches and some other stuff. But I will go over that more because that is something I want to do, because I think that would be a really cool thing to do. All right, guys, we're going to have to scroll through some more. Will I ever collab? Actually, yeah, I'm working right now on interviewing someone, another YouTuber who I really like, and who's doing a lot of good stuff right now. So hopefully that will come out. I don't know when that's coming out, but hopefully in a couple weeks. I'm planning on traveling soon, so if I ever find myself in an area with other YouTubers, I will absolutely be trying to collab. Anyway, I'll go more into that in a bit. How to handle pressure from Brandau. What's up, mate? Hope your pro contract journey is going well. Take a look. It depends on what type of pressure you're talking about. So I have a video that is literally titled "How to Remain Calm" or "How to Calm Your Nerves." Oh crap! What is it called? It's something like "How to Relax and Calm Your Nerves in Soccer." If you take a look at that video, I give you some tips on how to reduce nervousness and how to handle pressure. But to give you one of them, and one of the more obvious ones, on a scale of 1 to 10, how fat am I? I'm a 2. I'm very skinny. But anyway, Brandau, basically, one of the best ways is you got to kind of dive headfirst into pressure situations. The more pressure situations you find yourself in, the better you'll be at dealing with them. But there are things you can do when you haven't been in pressure situations. There are things you can do in order to, when you go into pressure situations, when you haven't been in them, to actually be able to deal with them better. So take a look at that video I mentioned. If you just search it on the channel, it will come up. And so that will help you immediately. But just know, the more experience you have, the better you'll get at dealing with it, the more you'll know what to do in those situations. You play Football Superstars game. I don't know what that means. If you're talking about like the YouTube Superstars things, no, I was not in that game, no. I don't live in England, so no, I wasn't in that. That would be really cool if someday I was in something like that. It would be pretty awesome. All right, let's see what else you guys are asking down here. I have to scroll up so I'm not getting bombarded because you guys are asking a lot of questions. So, all right, cool. I just got a super chat, so I'll ask this. Tyrese Smith says, is your goal still to be a professional? So I'm assuming a professional footballer. A lot of people ask me this. It's not, I'm being honest, it's not 100% my main goal as it was when I was a kid. My goal really now is kind of to grow this. I want to help you guys improve as much as you can. If I happen to be able to sign a contract somewhere, that would be awesome. But really, like, one of my main goals, especially when I was a kid, is I wanted to play football as much as I can. I wanted to do as much as I can with football. And this channel is helping me do that while also helping me, help other people in a way as well, and help other people, other players get to their goals. So I would say, like, I still train all the time. I'm still doing things to become a better player all the time. But I'm not actively seeking a professional contract. No, I'm not doing things like Sheldon Tweedy and Brandau are doing, where they're going all in towards gaining a professional contract. I'm not doing that at all. I am more focusing on this channel. I'm going to be traveling a bit with this channel. I'm still going to be improving my game and doing everything I can in the meantime, because I love the game and I love getting better at it. And if something was to happen, I of course wouldn't turn it down. But no, I'm not actively seeking it out in the way some people are. Oh, did you, Tucker? I'm sorry, mate. I didn't see it. Holy crap. Tucker, put at SimplySoccer. Put my name. Don't put another super chat. But put at SimplySoccer. And whatever you said again, so I can see it, because I honestly must have phased out or something. I didn't see it at all. Sorry about that, mate. But yeah, just put at SimplySoccer, and whatever you put in the super chat, put it up there, and I'll look out for it right now. I can't believe I missed that. Hey, Gianluigi, what's up, mate? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. All right, so I'm gonna, hopefully Tucker's thing comes up again. I don't know how I missed that. It would have popped up. Yanni or Laurel? I don't know what that means. Sorry. Okay, now we're getting a lot of at SimplySoccer. Okay, so we'll do this. How do you know if college coaches are actually recruiting you versus just sending you email spam? I haven't known too many good coaches to send email spam, if I'm being honest. I would trust it. I mean, I don't know. When I was playing back before I was in college, I didn't get much spam from college coaches. They usually don't have time to send out spam. So usually, if it's directly from the coach, if it's from the coach, like it is the actual guy sending you a email, it's probably not spam. He has limited time, so if he's reaching out to you, that probably means something. How to improve close control while sprinting with the ball. Practice, 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 my friend. That's all it really comes down to. If you want to get good at running with the ball at speed while controlling it, practice it. Go at a speed that's comfortable and then increase the speed over time. Over time, just keep getting faster and faster and challenging yourself more and more. Simple answer, but it's the truth. Okay, here we go. So Josh Roberts asks, so are there any tips for a winger and when to defend? Sometimes I find myself defending too much and I waste my energy, so I'm not as useful going forward. Yeah, I get that. So obviously that's a fitness issue as well. So the more your stamina increases, the more you'll be able to do both more effectively. So actively work on your stamina and your fitness. That's going to help. But yeah, I mean, you do want to be smart about it. But a lot of it's going to be, what are your tactics? Like what are your team tactics? Does your coach want you to defend more? Is there a danger player he has you on? Does he allow you to get forward more? So that's going to come down to tactics. But overall, if you improve your stamina, that kind of solves the problem. I know that's a simple answer, but if not, you can be smart about it. But again, you don't want to neglect your defensive responsibilities. The last thing you want to have happen is you kind of switch off defensively, their winger gets in and they score, and it's because you left that gap open. So it's going to come down to the tactics your coach plays. Does he want you back? Does he want you up? And the better your stamina, the better it's going to be. Okay, let's see what else we got. Tucker, I still haven't seen your thing, so let me see if I can find it, if you've typed it. What shampoo do I use? I don't actually know. It's some random stuff. Honestly, if I'm being very honest, I have no idea. Let's see here. All right, I'm gonna see if Tucker has said anything. If not, I will. Okay. Oh God, there's no. All right. Okay. I play striker, Carito. Is that your name? Yeah, Carito. I play striker. Or center attacking mid. Does eating chocolate increase stamina? I don't think so. I don't believe so. It does not. It does not. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I've read something that says it does. Dark chocolate's good for you, but if you're just loading sugar into your body, that's not dark chocolate, but like regular chocolate bars and shit. If you're doing that, don't do that. That's not gonna. You'll get a sugar high, sure, but you'll crash. How to play as a false nine? Okay, a false nine. So one of my favorite positions is a false nine, simply because one of my favorite players, Roberto Firmino, plays it. A false nine is actually a very tactically demanding position in a way, because you have to not only be sometimes the focal point of the attack, you also have to know when to cut back in the midfield and receive the ball and allow people to run off you. You have to know when to hold it up, when to combine. I can make a video on this because it definitely is a more in-depth thing. But you do need a lot of good attributes to be a good false nine. You cannot be someone, for example, that is one-dimensional. You need to have skill, you need to have a good touch, you need to have intelligent movement. There's a lot of stuff that goes into it. So maybe I'll make a video on that at some point. But yeah, I'll just get more into it in a video, because I don't want to go on for 20 minutes about it. But we'll definitely cover that sometimes. Okay, let's see what else we got. Holy crap, that's a lot of stuff coming in. All right, I'm gonna have to scroll up again. So where you live, okay, someone's asking me about goalkeepers. So where you live, I think he's saying where you live, is it important for a goalkeeper to be tall? I'm only 5'7". Do you think the United Kingdom, Scotland, Ireland have more? I'm from Brazil. Okay, so I think you're saying, do you have more of a chance in the United Kingdom, Scotland, and Ireland than in Brazil to be a keeper, a smaller keeper? All I would say to that is, yes, of course, being a taller keeper would help. You take up more of the goal. But there have been plenty of keepers on the smaller side. Lloris is pretty small, I think. Fabian Barthez back in the day was pretty small. So, there are plenty of examples you can look at. If that's the position you want to play and you get really, really good at it, teams will start paying attention. That's all I can really say to that. If you're a really good keeper and you make up for the lack of height by, I don't know, in some other way, then there's no reason teams may not pick up on you if you can show them what you can do. So I wouldn't let that limit you. Yes, obviously certain positions, height does matter. Especially for goalkeeper. Someone just asked me if it matters for striker, and I would say no to that, because there are totally different types of strikers. There's Peter Crouch, who's like 6'9", and then there's like Sergio Aguero, who's 5 foot. I don't even know. There's Immobile. There's Dries Mertens. There's Michael Owen was literally the best striker in the world at one point in time, and he was tiny. So it does not matter. So you do not need to be tall. You do not need to be small. The beautiful thing about football is there's no prerequisite on height or really body type for becoming a professional. You need to be fit. You need to be in shape. You need to be good. But there's no prerequisite on how tall you are to play football. Okay, so just getting that out of the way. You don't need to be tall or small. It doesn't really matter. Hold on a second. Gotta do this real quick. Boom. There it is. Okay, let's get your other questions in here. Holy crap, that's way too. Okay. Again, thanks for all the questions, guys. These are coming hard and fast. Man, that was a terrible thing to say. These are coming really fast, and I can't. I'm trying to keep up with them right now. Let's see, guys. I can't answer all your questions. Any of you saying "come on, answer me" makes it more likely I won't answer you. I have a billion questions. Kind of, if you're looking at the feed here, it's hard to keep up with all of them. So, let's see. Okay. If ball control is my biggest weakness, will learning to freestyle help me? Freestyle is fun. Freestyle can definitely demonstrate a good control over the ball, but no. If your ball control isn't good, practice fundamental ball control drills. Get to a wall and practice your ball control with the inside, outside, top of your foot, bottom of your foot. Practice control on the ground. Yes, doing certain freestyle moves will be good. It will help you in some ways, but if you want to deliberately train to actually get better at it faster, practice fundamental ball control drills. Practice controlling it on your chest from a wall. Practice, directional control. Practice, controlling it in the way you want with the inside, outside, top of your foot. That's how you get better at it. It really is about consistency and repetition in this regard. Freestyle is fun, and freestyle again can help, but there's a reason also a lot of freestylers aren't always the best footballers. Now, some of them are. You look at people like the F2 freestylers, they're freaking boss at football as well, but there are some that are not. So if you want to work on a specific type of control, work on that specific type of control. What's up, Jordan? There you go. There's your shout out. How do you grow a beard? I don't know. You get lazy, you forget to shave, and you let this happen, and that's about it. That's how you grow a beard. That's how you do it. That is really, this would not be on my face if I just would shave it. That's about it. If you ever see this getting super, super long like it has before, it's just because I woke up and went, I don't really want to shave it. It's not because I looked in the mirror and went, ooh, I'm liking the beard. It's more like, nah, I don't want to take the 10 minutes to shave it. So that's about it. And then I shave it when it gets too annoying. That's about it, really. There's no secret. Um, yeah, we'll show that. Okay. Lots of questions, lots of questions. How much time we got left? Okay, we're gonna do a few more questions here, guys. How to gain confidence in matches. If you haven't, Patrick, take a look at my free confidence course. If you go to SimplySoccer Academy, okay, you know what? That's actually check out in the live stream description. It says Simply Soccer Academy. Click on that and then sign up for the free 7-day confidence course. Absolutely free, no cost, no strings attached. Sign up for that, and you will get a 7-day free course on confidence specifically, so that can help you out. Let's see what else. Okay, I'm back from a knee injury and I want to become the best possible. Any tips? If you're just coming back from an injury, I would say slowly work your way back. The last thing you want to do is re-injure yourself. I know personally, having come back from injuries, the first thing you want to do is just rush back. And so actually, Tucker, I finally saw your question. Tucker, okay, cool. So I think my ACL recovery just hit 10 weeks, long road ahead. So yeah, and thank you, man. Yeah, it has been growing very fast. And so to both of you, and Tucker, you already know this, don't rush yourself back. Allow your body to recover. You need to give your body that time to get back. Again, like I said, I've had injuries. I've had bad injuries. I've had an injury where I was out for 8-9 months. And the first thing you want to do when you can run again or you can kick a ball again is just go out there and do it and try and do everything you could do before you were injured, but you got to ease yourself into it. Be disciplined. Don't re-injure yourself. I've actually re-injured myself before because I was being stupid. So work your way up slowly. If you have like a physical therapist and some kind of plan to follow the plan. Don't do any more because it's just going to re-injure you. And if you keep re-injuring the same area, that's not good. You hear about professionals who keep getting the same injury. That's a lot of the reason is because the area will eventually become weaker and weaker and weaker. So really rest up, really make sure you strengthen whatever the area is you injured, ease your way back into it, and then slowly get yourself back into routine. That's a very simple answer, but that's really what you got to do. Don't rush back. It's not worth it. I can tell you from experience, it's not worth it. I have a big match tomorrow, and I'm a winger, so please give me some nice tips. Well, I'll give you some videos you can watch. I have many videos on wingers, so if you just search wingers on my channel, you'll get that. And you can also take a look at the video how to prepare before a big soccer game. It's something like that. I have that as well, which will give you some other pointers that may help you. Let's see. People were saying Jesus in the comments. That's awesome. I don't know why, but there you go. No problem. Let's see. I haven't scored for 6 months. I am very pissed. How can I score more? Yeah, I mean, I get that. When you go through a goal drought, it's very frustrating. You just got to keep doing what you're doing, man. You got to, don't try and change too much up. It will come if you keep going. Keep working on your finishing. I don't know the situation. I don't know if you're not scoring because you're not getting in the right positions. Is your finishing poor? Are you in the right positions but not putting it away? It depends. I can't really tell you what to work on until I know that. If you're not getting in the right positions, you need to start working on your movement, because I find that a lot of players don't score, not because they're getting a million chances, but because they're not getting in the right positions. Being a goal scorer isn't all about having great finishing ability, although a lot of it is. But a lot of it is getting in those positions, because if you have terrible movement, if you never free yourself up in the box or free yourself up to get a shot off or to score, it doesn't matter how good your finishing is, but you need both of those. So make sure you're working on both. All right, let's see, what time are we at? I'm gonna do a few more questions, guys, and then we're gonna call it. Let's see, getting a lot of stuff. On a scale of 9 to 10, how terrified are you of facing the mighty Stevenage in the FA EFL Cup? Mate, I am terrified. I'm at an 11 right now. I don't even think we should show up. That it's just going to be I don't want to. I mean, I'm assuming Liverpool's playing you, so, but we faced Real Madrid, we faced Roma, but this might be too much for us. That would be cool. I can't wait for. I mean, the season already ended, but I can't wait for it to begin again. Am I married? I'm not married. No, I'm not married. Um, oh. There we go. Okay. Brazil just scored. Firmino, Bobby Firmino. Did he really? That's awesome. I'm like so pumped for him to hopefully start the World Cup. I haven't been keeping up on the matches. Okay. Neymar returns as Brazil face Croatia. I'm literally going onto the BBC right now to take a look. Oh, it must have just happened because it's not updated yet. That's right, Firmino. Show him what you can do. Speaking of false nines, let's see. Love my videos. Thank you, Taylor. I appreciate it. Oh, and message was retracted for some reason. I appreciate it either way, Taylor. I saw it before you removed it. Who is my favorite player? Well, Steven Gerrard was my favorite player when he was a player. I mean, I can't look past Mo Salah, Roberto Firmino. I mean, most of the Liverpool team, honestly. I mean, I just love him. When Lallana was not injured, I really loved him. I think he's very underrated. Why I didn't become a pro, I made a video on that. Take a look on my channel. Someone just asked about power shots, improving power shots. Hey, take a look on my channel. Look up soccer power shot tutorial. I have a video I made a little bit ago on exactly how to do that. So take a look at it. It'll tell you everything you need to know. Am I really? Oh, and I better stop then, the show. Nah, I'm just kidding, mate. Let's see. What's the best goal you ever scored in a game? I've scored some good ones. I've scored, well, I mean, when I was 13, I scored like a drop volley from like 45 yards out where I put it over to keeper. So that's one that sticks in my mind. There's a lot I could go over. I'm trying to think. The best I scored in the most important game is I scored a free kick in my college conference final, and that was a pretty nice one. It wasn't the best goal as in like the best technique I scored, but it was probably the most important goal, one of the most important goals I scored, and it was a good goal for the occasion. Why don't you become a soccer coach? I love doing this. Becoming a soccer coach would be fine, and yeah, I could coach like a group of players, but with YouTube, I can reach hundreds of thousands of people. Even on this live stream alone, we've had 136 watching right now, and there's even more people who have come in and tuned in. So for me, this allows me to create. I love creating the videos. I love helping people with all this kind of stuff. So it just allows me to reach more people, which is cool, and which frees up my time to do other things as well, like work on my own game. And someone said, "Am I supporting England or the United States?" Let me just find it. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? I think that's what he asked. I'm English, mate. I know I don't have an accent, but I was born in England. I was born in Cambridge. I'm an England supporter. I want the U.S. to do well. I've lived here long enough to be like, come on, U.S., get it together. You have a country of over, 300 million people. You should be better at football. But they're getting better. They're producing better players. But if they play each other, I support England. And I will be supporting England at the World Cup. All right, I'm gonna wait for a few more. How good do you think? All right, hold on. Okay, now the questions are moving. I subbed. Thanks, mate. Welcome. Do I know the way? I don't know the way. Sorry. I wish I knew the way. Are we gonna bring up old memes now? Is that what we're gonna do? How many hours a week do you need to train to go pro? All right, here's the thing, guys. All right, so a few of you have been asking about deliberate training and practice and stuff. So let me, what are some of my funniest misses? I have a few, but I'll get into that in a sec. Here's one of the things. How do I not know the way? I don't know. I've never been, that knowledge has never been bestowed on me. Nigerian Knuckles has never come to me and shown me the way. But shit, what was I saying? Deliberate practice. Here's the thing, practicing to become a pro, I would rather you go out and deliberately practice an hour a day than mindlessly go out there for 4 hours. And here's what I mean, you only have you have a limit to how much you can practice on a focused level every single day. Now, the more you do deliberate training, which is essentially focused training on specific things that will help you the most, things of that nature, specific routines, things of that nature, the more you do that, the better you'll get. So there's, there not all training is made the same. And what I mean is that you can have one player go out and train for an hour and another player go out and train for an hour, and one could get a ton out of their training while the other gets next to nothing. And it's based on how they're training. One could be training without focus, their mind could be elsewhere, where the other guy is completely focused on what they're doing. They're learning from their mistakes during training. They're working on specific things that are going to improve their game the most. So if you go out for an hour or two every day, or relatively every day, and you do deliberate training, and look up deliberate training. Look it up. Look up what this is. Look up how it gets you into flow. Look up on how to develop deliberate training routines for yourself, or buy a program that goes over and teaches you and shows you and gives you deliberate programs. And you do that, you will improve exponentially more than if you just went out and kicked about randomly. So deliberate training is really some of the only training you can do. Sure, I enjoy just going to the field and shooting around for fun sometimes, and you still get something out of that. But deliberate training isn't always fun, but it's what's going to, as far as I know, improve you the most. So that's how you want to be training. And if you want to go pro, you absolutely have to be doing deliberate training. The show, do I have a GF or crush? I'm not going to answer that, but how do I keep, you were right, I do keep answering your questions, don't I? Let's see what else we have. Do I miss Coutinho? Yeah, I miss Coutinho. He's a world class player. But one of the great things about having a team made by Klopp is even after he left, it didn't really hurt us as much as people thought. In fact, a lot of people stepped up. We still made the Champions League final. We're buying players like Fabinho out of nowhere. How crazy was that, by the way? I woke up one day and we had signed Fabinho, and I was like, what? What? How did that even happen? I didn't see any. I saw we were linked with him a while ago, but usually, like, before transfer, it's like, it's almost confirmed, it's almost confirmed, it's almost confirmed. It's never like, oh, you signed Fabinho. What? Are you kidding me? That is awesome. That is I can't do a British accent, so piss off, lad. Piss off, lad. Yeah, I don't have it. Sorry. Yeah, but I don't even remember what I was talking about. We're gonna move on. What's up, Sean? How you doing? Okay, tips on scoring more goals as a winger and create more chances, and what should I work on to improve this? Take a look at goal scoring wingers. Take a look at Robin. Take a look at Ribéry. Take a look at people who are able to cut inside and do things. So, one of the things you need to learn as a winger is certain runs you need to make. Look up weak side runs, and what that means is when the ball's on one side and you're on this side, to kind of make that diagonal run through the center or close to the center. That's something that our college coach always wanted us to do if we were over there, to get in behind. You can actually see Dele Alli, although he's not a winger, make this type of run. Learn how to cut inside. Learn how to just work on your finishing and shots from distance. If you look up learn how to cut in football like Robin on my channel, I break down how he does this and why he gets a lot of goals by doing this. And that's how you can score more as a winger. That's one of the main reasons. One of the main ways is being able to cut in, just be more dangerous, things of this nature. What else we got? Okay, man, you guys have been great on the questions today. By the way, these are some awesome questions, and they're coming in hot. Let's see. I've registered in your academy, mate, but the day 3 until 7 is still coming soon. It gives you, so the way it works is it's a drip feed. So the day you sign up, you should have access to day 1, and then the next day, day 2. So you should be accessing a new lesson each day, and that's just so people don't skip ahead, because a lot of people will skip ahead and then they won't want to do the course. So I want to make sure everyone's getting the most out of it. If you're saying it's still not coming through and it's being past 3 days, then email me at SimplySoccer08@gmail.com and let me know, because that's a problem, and I'll need to fix that. So let me know if it's been many more days and it's still not unlocked, because that is not supposed to happen. So yeah, let me know. Please let me know. You'll be doing me a favor there, because then that means a lot of people aren't accessing that, which is a problem. Okay. What do I think of the UCL final Bale's goal? Oh, I mean, it was world class. I was speechless. Obviously, it hurt because I'm a Liverpool supporter. But I mean, if you're gonna win a game by that kind of goal. That was amazing. That's probably the best Champions League final goal. It probably beats Zidane's goal against Bayern Leverkusen. It was unbelievable. And you know, if I was a neutral, I would have been going nuts. And it just kind of was unfortunate that it was against my team. But I mean, I can't take that away from him. I can't get angry about it. So, you know, it was just amazing. Yes, the team that made it to the Champions League final sucks. Logic. One of only 2 teams on the planet. They must suck. The team that had a player that broke Premier League records. Now they must suck. I love this kind of logic. All right, let's see what else. Am I a virgin? Am I a virgin? Oh my God, no. Let's see. Okay, I guess I said ask me anything, so fair enough. All right. Let's see. All right, let's get some more guys. Awesome with the questions. We are still just. Can we eat chicken? Yeah, you can eat chicken. Who said you can't eat chicken? Chicken's a good lean protein source. Let's see what else. Well, I just answered whether I'm a virgin or not, so that should answer your question, Mr. Sloth. How to become a pro if you are a teen? Have I ever laid eggs? Yes, I've laid some eggs. It was a very weird day for me. It was, what are we talking about? Anyway, the person who asked if I've ever laid eggs, with being a pro as a teen, I mean, there isn't really becoming, I mean, you can sign a pro contract. I think it's 16 or maybe a little earlier in some cases, but, you know, like just work as hard as you can in your game. Don't worry so much about if you're 13 or 14 about becoming a pro. Just have fun with it. Work on your game as much as you can. Work on getting as good as you can. And if you're good enough, then be proactive about it and everything. You know, don't get so worked up about it. Yes, if you can get yourself in an academy, that's awesome. You know, I currently have a friend who's looking to get into a U23 academy here in the States. That's awesome, and that's what you want to aim to do. But if you're a good player, you get yourself on a good club team, you showcase your skills. You can take a look at my video on how to get scouted at the youth, college, and pro level. That can help you. But ultimately, if you're good enough and you market yourself enough, you can get there. But you know, if you're in your teens, you're in a very developmental stage of your game. So work on becoming as good a player as you can, and don't worry about like, oh, I'm not a pro yet. I'm not a pro yet. I'm not a pro yet. Work on your game, okay? Focus on becoming a good player. Low-driven shots. I did make a video on how to shoot hard and low, but I need to make a new one. So thanks for reminding me. We will do that. I'm loving this right now, guys. We were supposed to end like 10 minutes ago, but we're going to keep going. But we'll end soon, but we'll keep going. Which boot is best for under $120? Honestly, I'm not well versed in cleats. The cleats I have right now are like 2 years old. So, because my other one's split. So I don't actually know that much about cleats. I don't get all into that, you know, but there are other channels. There's a channel like, what's it called? There's some guy, a Canadian guy who has a really good boot channel. I just can't, or soccer boot reviews for you or something. Take a look at that. So that he gives you all the, you know, like what are the best budget boots, what are the best boots, period. What's the best sport you think? Come on, what's the best sport? What's my channel about? That's the best sport. Let's see. How to impress a girl? Not the channel for that, mate. Let's see. How do you act when you miss a chance and people scream like pissed off cows at you? That's very pissed off cows, huh? I mean, it depends. Sometimes in the past I wouldn't react well. Now I understand and just tell myself to get the next one. You know, I show a little bit of frustration when I miss an easy chance. But it doesn't last long. It lasts a second or two, and then I get on with it. If someone yells at me, I'm just like, oh, what's up, Jim Dima? How you doing, man? I haven't heard from you in a while. If in the past, Jim Dima can attest to how crazy I would get if I missed a chance in the past. But these days, it's more like a few seconds, and then I'll get over it. If someone yells at me, I'm not that concerned anymore. Again, in the past, that would have been something that got me down. But now, yeah, there it is, right? Jim played with me in high school, so he'll know how many fits I would throw if I missed an easy chance or any chance really. So, but yeah, that now if like someone screams at me for missing a chance, like if it's an easy chance, like I'll understand it because I get frustrated. But you know, I usually get over it pretty quickly, and you just kind of have to learn to get over it quickly. You have to learn to get over your mistakes quickly and just kind of move on, because if you allow it to affect you for the rest of the game, you know, you're not going to be able to play it to the best of your ability. Simply Soccer, give your fan base a name. All right, guys, here we go. What should our fan base name be? What should the Simply Soccer community be called? I'll let you guys decide, because I don't know. Well, give your fan base a name. What should it be? I'll take any suggestions. Team Simply Soccer seems kind of lame, but we can. The Vikings? No, we're not. We're not calling it the Vikings, Jim. We're not doing it. But you guys can come up with some ideas if you want. Let's see. That's the Steven. Okay, Stevenage again. I keep thinking I'm pronouncing that. Team Day Football, the Ballers, Soccer Squad. Okay. All right. Well, you guys come up with some. I'm gonna answer some more questions here. I'll answer one more question. You guys, if you want, I'll do a poll on some of your best answers, and then we'll get it. Liverpool. That's right, mate. Let's see if we can get that. There it is. Liverpool till I die. Let's see. Simply Ballers. Dave FC. Yeah. All right. All right. Let's get some questions. How did I get sick frequently? When I'm going consistent, I get sick like all of a sudden. I don't know, mate. That can be different per person. I would say, you know, take a look at your diet, take a look at your lifestyle. Do you eat well? You know, I don't know what to say to that. I mean, everybody's different. I don't know what makes you sick. Are you getting sick because you have a lot of stress? I don't know, but I'm not sure. If you're eating healthy and you're doing everything you can to be healthy, you won't get as sick. I mean, that's the best advice I can give you, really. I mean, to your own specific situation, I can't really speak to. I'm not a doctor, so I don't want to give you any medical advice, but eat healthy. It's not medical advice. It's just eat healthy. We've got a few different names for the community coming up. And guys, yeah, have some fun with it. You know, if you want, on the community tab, I will put a thing on the community. Actually, you know, I'll do it right now. I'll do it right now. I'm going to put on the community tab right now for you guys, because all this chat's going to go away. What should the Simply Soccer community be called? Let's hear your suggestions. Go. Okay. What should the Simply Soccer community be called? Let's hear your suggestions. Go. All right. And the best one, we will call it. So that's on the community tab right now, guys. You can take a look at that later. Simply FC. I've heard Dave FC, which was funny. So yeah, guys, later on the community tab, you can check that out. Simply Ballers FC. And then, you know what? Well, I'll tell you what. I'll take my favorite 3 or 4. I'll make a poll, and then whatever wins the poll, we'll make that our thing. Okay. All right, so let's see what else we got. Dealing with depression and anxiety when your life is going so much worse than it used to. Hey, mate, it's a good question, because I used to be very, 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 very depressed for most of my life. So it's something I can attest to. I would say, you know, make sure you're getting the help that you need to get. You know, don't be shy to talk about it. I mean, you're talking about it on a live stream, so you know, that means you're probably not shy about it. You know, in fact, mate, if you want to email me at simplysoccer, simplysoccer08@gmail.com, and if you want to talk, I can try and help you out a little bit. Again, I'm not a therapist or a psychologist. I would definitely recommend getting one if you can. However, if you want to talk about it, you can email me and we can talk about it a bit if you want. Just because I can't talk about it too much here, okay, mate? So if that sounds good, go ahead and email me, and I will answer you. Did you masturbate today? No, I didn't actually. Did I masturbate today? Awesome. I gotta stop calling live streams Ask Me Anything, because you guys are asking me anything. So fair enough. I can't really fault you for that. All right, let's see. How many hours do you practice each day? So I'm assuming you mean me specifically. So I'm going through a bit of a recovery process. So at the moment, I always practice at least in the morning, but I try not to go too much to where my body breaks down. So I'd say in the morning, it's at least a quick 30-minute session. And then depending on the day, it'll be another hour or maybe even longer later. So it depends though. Like when I'm fit and when I'm able to play more regularly, it's usually I do my morning training and then I'll do a training later. Either at the field or maybe something else involving the ball. But it depends. It really depends. What I would say is, you just, as long as you're being consistent and you're doing what your body's telling you, that means resting when you need to rest, training when you need to train, you're going to be good. Obviously, you can overtrain. Going out there, I see players saying, I'm going to go out there for 4 hours every single day. Yeah, don't do that. I mean, maybe you can get to a point where your body can handle that, but you have to work your way up to that. So I'd say, right now, anywhere between 30 minutes and an hour and a half. And as I get more fit, as my body gets stronger again, it'll probably be more consistently around an hour or two, something of that nature. Excluding rest days. I consider rest days, a part of your training. So on rest days, ideally I'll be stretching, I'll be doing mobility stuff and things like that. All right. What? Oh, that went up. I saw a question. Think about Lewandowski. But okay, here we go. What do I think about? I love Robert Lewandowski. He's a great player. Obviously a goal scorer, and yeah, he's one of the best strikers in the world. Not much more to say. I'm going to open tryouts next week. Any advice? Just play your game, man. Open tryouts. You can take a look at some videos. We got someone from Poland in the house. Thanks, man. Much love. Right back at you. When you're going to your trial, just play your game. Play to the best of your ability. I know that sounds simple, but don't try and be someone you're not. Don't try and be a player you're not. Play to your strengths, because the team's going to want to see what you can do. So don't try and fit yourself into a box. Take a look at some of the tryout videos I've made in the past that can help you out. Trials, especially open trials can be very difficult. So if you don't make it, treat it as a learning experience, but obviously go in with the intention of making it. But yeah, just play your game. Go in with confidence. The more confident you can go into it, the better you're going to play. So just, look up how you can deal with that. You can sign up for my free course if you want. But yeah, that's about it. Super Bowl or NBA Finals? I honestly don't care either way. I watched the Super Bowl. The Eagles won, and I was pumped about that. But honestly, I don't really watch anything outside of football, outside of soccer, really. So yeah, what do I think about Colombia? If you mean their football team, I think they're really good, and I think they're a great team. I think they're an underrated team, but yeah, and about the country, I don't know. I hear it's cool, so yeah, I'll go to Colombia. I'm trying to go to Brazil sometime, so I'll swing by Colombia at some point, in Argentina, and a bunch of other places. Why not? All right, let's see. SimplySoccer FC. Yeah, guys, that's up on the community tab right now if you want to have some suggestions for what our community should be called. Because I know like a lot of other channels have like their, I forget what they're called, but there's like Effective FC and Team Tweety and all these other things. So it'd be cool to kind of come up with our own and that we can use. Let's see. All right, guys, let's do a couple more. Let's actually do a couple more because we've been 50 minutes on this. I already gave my thoughts on the Nigeria versus England game. I'm English, so good first half, not so great second half for England. Great finish by Iwobi, by the way. Actually, was it Igalo who had the first shot? That was really good. Shielded the ball, turned. I think he juggled it a little and then volleyed it to the back post. Very unlucky not to score himself. Okay. Let's get a couple more. Does a bear shit in the woods? I don't know. Does it? If I can't observe it, do I know? Is this some philosophical quandary right now? If a tree falls down and no one's around to hear it, did it make a noise? I don't know. I don't have the answers to everything. Okay. Okay. Oh, God. How do you get away from bad form as a center forward? I mean, if you ever heard the saying, you have to play yourself onto form, you just have to do everything right as much as you can and just keep going, honestly. I understand this. I've gone through goal droughts, and what I've just kept trying to do when I go through goal droughts is keep knowing that it's coming. It's coming. I know I'm going to score. I know I'm going to score. Maybe I've gone 5 or 6 games without scoring, but I know it's coming, and just to never lose that confidence. And that allows me, when I do get the opportunity, to actually take it, okay? So just, keep playing your game. Keep doing what you can. Someone asked me, what do I think of Iceland? I like them. They knocked England out of the Euros. That pissed me off, but that was England's fault, and big up to Iceland, being an incredibly small small country to do so well. And are you? I mean, I have to have a list of the teams in the World Cup. I think they're in the World Cup as well. Like, you want to talk about a nation that took a look at their footballing structure and said, okay, we have a plan. We're going to make this happen. We're going to build facilities. We're going to make a good team and actually do it with only what, a population of how many guys? 400,000 people? You know, there's more people in the state I live in the United States than there is in Iceland, and yet they made it to a World Cup and the United States didn't. You know, that is just hats off to Iceland for being able to do that, to take their infrastructure in football and build it up, have a plan, and make that happen. You know, everyone should take a page out of Iceland's book in that regard, because that's very impressive, and they're reaping the rewards. You know, what they make it to in the Euros, did they make it to the quarters? I think they made it to the quarters. I mean, come on, that's awesome. So I'm a big fan of Iceland. I love their project. I love just their passion. It's just like, you know, it's incredible, and it seemed to unite a whole nation too. So that was pretty cool. How do I cross with my weak foot? Practice with your weak foot. That's get against the wall. Practice your technique with your weak foot until you're comfortable with it. I mean, it really is. Did you get angry when Ramos injured Salah? Of course I got angry. I wanted my team to win the game, and it was heartbreaking to see Salah in tears. Whether Ramos did it deliberately or not, I don't know. I honestly, I mean, I don't think anything should happen to him. Like, people mean like, oh, we got to ban him and sue him. No, it's a football match. These things happen. But I think it was more deliberate than people are thinking, you know, the way he kind of grabbed him. However, I don't think he was trying to injure him per se. I don't know. However, when that happened, I was like, oh no, there goes, oh crap. You know, you lose your best player in a match, your best goal scorer, and just an overall awesome guy. Like, Mo Salah is just I mean, if you watch like his interviews and the way he conducts himself, he's just a good guy, good man. And so to see him in tears, to see that happen, is heartbreaking. Not only as a supporter of the club, but, you know, as someone who's a big fan of Salah. Hopefully he's back for Egypt in time for the World Cup. I know he's going to play some part, but hopefully it doesn't affect him, and he's able to have a great World Cup and show the world, not just in the Premier League and the Champions League, but on the world stage, how good he is. So, you know, I'll be watching Egypt very closely and hoping they do very well. What is my favorite MLS team? I honestly don't really have one. You know, I live near Philadelphia, so I guess the Union. But I would be lying if I said I actively follow the MLS. Maybe I should start more. But like, honestly, it's just, if there's a Premier League game on, I'm gonna watch that instead. If there's a La Liga game on, I'm gonna watch that. If there's a World Cup, if there's a World Cup game on, I'm watching that. If there's any international game, I'm watching that. I've been to some of the Union games. I've been to a few, and it wasn't for me. But it is getting better all the time. I have been, you know, a few of the teams are getting better. The players coming through are getting better. So, you know, I should probably start watching it a bit more. But, you know, I want things to get better. You know, I want football to be super popular here. I really do. And, you know, the more the MLS grows, the better that it will get. But I guess if I had to choose a team, it'd be the Philadelphia Union to answer your question in a very convoluted way. Let's see. What football boots do you use? I use these old pair of like Messi boots from like 2 years ago because my other one split. When I actually am going to buy more, they'll probably be Mercurials or some Nike. I really like boots like that. All right, what time is it? Oh God. All right, one more question, guys. One more question. Bring them on. Bring on the questions. Let's go. One more. I'm going to buckle in here. Get them going. I'm going to pick the first one I like. Okay. Hold on. Just looking for one here. I already answered the how many hours should you train question. All right, let's do this by Great Killer. He asked, any advice for someone who lives in a country where football is not big and he wants to be a professional footballer? Absolutely. You know, I mean, again, you can work on yourself individually. And the thing is, you never know when an opportunity is going to happen, come about. You know, you never know what a door is going to open for you. And honestly, I said this in the last live stream we did, but we live in a day and age where there is so much opportunity, there is so much connectivity in the world that you can absolutely, I will look at your email, yes, you can absolutely create opportunities for yourself. I mean, you think even 20 years ago, you did not have access to things like Instagram, like a live stream, like YouTube, and yet today you do. And so if you're in a country that's not very football oriented, if you're in a country where there's not as many opportunities, get to a country that does. I know that that sounds like it's a hard thing to do, but you really can do it. So if you keep working on your game as much as you can, and then get yourself to a place where there's a professional league or there's scouting, or connect with people, make connections, contact people. You know, the more connections you make, the better it is, you know, so that they can help you get to other countries, so that they can help you get in with certain coaches. You know, connections is a lot of how you get your foot in the door for a lot of teams. You know, if you know a certain person who knows a certain coach that is affiliated with a team, maybe they can get you a trial. So, you know, you need to start connecting, building connections as much as you can. And in the meantime, work on your game as much as you can. Get yourself into a proven system if you can do it, because I'm assuming if your team's not as football oriented. Did we get a super chat? Oh, maybe not. Let's see. Oh, sorry about that. Something popped up on my screen that made me distracted. But here's the thing. If you are not in a place where you have academies, where you have good coaches, where you even have good teams, you have access to things online. You have access to channels. Buy yourself a program. If you can afford a program, buy one and individually train as much as you can. In the meantime, make connections. You know, comment on YouTube channels, build connections with people in this community, in other communities, right? You know, you build more of these, the more likely it is that they will have a way you can get to a place where football is more prominent, all right? There's many things you can do, but ultimately, get yourself to where you're good enough to take your chance when it comes. That's what you do in the meantime. Build those connections in the meantime, and you never, ever, ever know what's going to happen, especially in this day and age. It's a day of opportunity, man. It's a day and age of opportunity. All right, guys? So that's going to be it for this one. We've been here for an hour. I need to get something to eat. I am really hungry. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. If you want to rewatch this, it will be up on the channel a bit later. So if you came late, like D_do is saying, you can do that. Someone's asking for a part 2. I love you too. A part 2. We will be doing a live stream every week, guys. So just pay attention. Also, I will be doing bonus live streams for certain people, which you can find out more about if you watch the video I post on the channel today. So take a look at that. Anyway, guys, I want to thank you again for tuning in. If you want to help with the naming of the Simply Soccer community, go on the community tab and leave me your suggestion. I will be choosing the best ones, making a poll, and then we will actually have a name for our community. All right, guys? So thank you so much for tuning in. This has been fun. I love doing these. I love talking to you guys. I love connecting with you guys, answering your questions. And the next live video will be next weekend on Sunday. And I will be announcing all that stuff as well. All right, guys? So take care, and I will see you later.